Start with an engaging question. What if the love you're seeking is being shown to you in ways that don't require words? Introduce the idea that love is often communicated not through grand speeches or dramatic gestures, but through subtle, everyday actions that speak louder than words. Explain how Stoicism, with its focus on virtue, empathy, and understanding human nature, teaches us to look beyond words to understand how love is expressed. Silent actions, thoughtful gestures, and consistent behavior can convey more than any verbal declaration. Promise the audience that by the end of the video, they will uncover 5 Stoic messages that reveal how love is communicated through silent acts, helping them to see and appreciate these subtle expressions in their own relationships. Build anticipation by emphasizing that understanding these Stoic insights can transform the way they connect with others and enhance emotional awareness, leading to deeper, more meaningful relationships. Encourage the viewers to stay tuned to uncover how love can be expressed in ways they might have missed before, and how applying these Stoic lessons can deepen their understanding of love and connection. Love is often seen as something expressed through words, sweet nothings, declarations, and promises. However, love's most profound messages are often communicated silently, through actions that speak louder than words. These subtle expressions, whether it's a thoughtful gesture, a patient ear, or a supportive presence, can reveal deep feelings and commitment in a relationship. Yet, many of us fail to notice these unspoken signals because we're conditioned to expect love to be verbalized. This is where Stoicism offers a unique perspective. Stoicism, a philosophy centered on virtue, wisdom, and emotional regulation, teaches us to observe the world with clarity and to understand deeper meanings beyond surface-level expressions. It encourages us to focus on actions over words, as the true character of a person is often revealed through their behavior rather than what they say. In the context of love, Stoicism directs us to notice the silent cues, the actions that demonstrate care, respect, patience, and understanding. In this video, we'll explore 5 Stoic messages that reveal how love is silently communicated in relationships. These insights will guide you in recognizing the subtle yet powerful expressions of love that might be going unnoticed. From consistent actions to unspoken trust, each Stoic message helps to uncover how someone truly feels, even without saying a word. By the end of this video, you'll gain a deeper appreciation for the unspoken aspects of love and be better equipped to understand the silent ways in which your partner expresses their feelings. Through these Stoic teachings, you can develop a more mindful approach to relationships, focusing on actions and empathy to create a deeper emotional connection. Stoic Message 1: Love through selfless acts. Stoicism teaches us to value actions over words, a principle that is deeply relevant when it comes to expressing love. In the Stoic view, true love is not simply about saying the right things, but about demonstrating care and commitment through selfless acts. This aligns with the Stoic understanding that virtue, not external recognition or accolades, is the foundation of all meaningful relationships. Love, in this sense, is not about grand gestures or eloquent declarations, but rather about the everyday acts that show deep care and concern for others. Selfless acts of love are those moments when we put someone else's needs above our own, often without expecting anything in return. These actions, while not always noticed or acknowledged, speak volumes about a person's feelings and intentions. For example, in a relationship, someone may go out of their way to comfort their partner after a difficult day, offering emotional support without needing to be asked. They may handle tough situations with patience and understanding, putting aside their own frustrations to provide stability and care for the other person. These acts are often quiet, yet they demonstrate love far more than words ever could. In Stoic philosophy, these selfless acts of love are seen as reflections of virtue, specifically the virtues of kindness, justice, and wisdom. Stoics believe that genuine love is not conditional, nor does it seek recognition. Instead, it's driven by an inner sense of duty and a desire to act in accordance with virtue. A Stoic person would view love as a way of contributing to the well-being of others, not through superficial gestures, but through meaningful actions that truly make a difference. For instance, imagine a partner who notices that you've had a rough week and, without being prompted, takes the time to prepare a comforting meal or gives you space to unwind when you're feeling overwhelmed. These actions, though small, speak volumes about their love for you. They show that they understand your needs and are willing to act in ways that will ease your burdens, even when they don't have to. Another example could be when someone makes a sacrifice for the sake of their loved one's happiness, like adjusting their plans to accommodate the other person's needs. For example, they might take on additional responsibilities to help their partner with a challenging task, or adjust their schedule to ensure that their loved one gets the support they need. These are acts of love that go beyond mere words or promises. They demonstrate a deep commitment to the well-being of the other person. To recognize these selfless acts of love in your own life, it's important to become more aware of the subtle actions that may not always be accompanied by verbal affirmations. In many cases, love is communicated through the things people do for you, not the things they say. This could be something as simple as making your favorite tea when you're feeling unwell, or staying up late to listen to your concerns. These actions might seem small, but they carry a deep emotional significance. They are silent expressions of love, demonstrating care and thoughtfulness without needing to be verbalized. One way to better recognize these acts of love is by shifting your focus from expecting verbal confirmation of love to observing how people behave in your presence. Ask yourself, what does my partner do when I'm upset or stressed? How do they act when they know I need support? What sacrifices have they made to help me, even if I didn't ask? These are the questions that can help you notice the love that's already being expressed through selfless acts. Moreover, in practicing Stoicism, you can also strive to demonstrate your love through your own actions, rather than relying solely on words to communicate your feelings. By acting with selflessness and prioritizing the needs of your loved ones, you embody the Stoic virtue of love. Remember, it's not about doing things for recognition, but about doing them because it aligns with your values and shows care for others. In daily life, small selfless acts can build strong foundations for deeper emotional connections. Whether it's giving a thoughtful compliment, helping with household chores without being asked, or offering a listening ear during tough times, these actions are all expressions of love. Stoics believe that these actions, rooted in virtue and wisdom, are far more enduring and meaningful than words alone. In conclusion, the Stoic message of love through selfless acts challenges us to move beyond superficial expressions and to focus on the everyday actions that truly demonstrate care and commitment. By recognizing these silent expressions of love in our relationships, we can deepen our emotional connection and appreciate the true meaning of love in a way that words can never fully capture. Stoicism teaches us that love, when demonstrated through selfless actions, has the power to transform relationships, creating bonds that are rooted in virtue, respect, and understanding. Stoic Message 2: The Power of Patience. Patience is one of the core virtues in Stoicism, and it plays a critical role in expressing love. According to Stoic philosophy, patience is not merely about enduring difficult situations, but about responding to challenges with calmness, understanding, and emotional restraint. In the context of relationships, Patience is often a silent expression of love, demonstrating a deep emotional investment that words or grand gestures cannot always convey. In Stoicism, patience is viewed as the ability to remain calm and composed in the face of adversity, without being overwhelmed by emotions or rushing to resolve situations. This virtue allows one to maintain a steady mind during stressful or challenging times, and it is in these moments that love can be most profoundly demonstrated. When you are patient with someone, whether they are going through a difficult time or facing personal struggles, you show that you care enough to give them the space and time they need to heal, grow, and overcome their challenges. For example, consider a situation where your partner is struggling with work stress or personal issues. Instead of becoming frustrated or demanding quick solutions, patience allows you to offer quiet support, giving them the time and space to process their emotions. Rather than trying to fix the problem immediately, you listen attentively, provide comfort, and allow them to work through the situation in their own way. This kind of patience communicates love in a subtle yet powerful manner, as it shows you are emotionally invested in their well-being and are willing to stand by them without rushing them to get over it. In Stoic philosophy, patience is often linked with the practice of apatheia, which refers to emotional tranquility. This does not mean suppressing emotions, but rather responding to them thoughtfully. In relationships, this emotional balance helps create a safe space where love is expressed through understanding and calm presence, rather than through impulsive reactions or demands for immediate resolution. A practical example of this might be seen when your partner makes a mistake or behaves in a way that frustrates you. Instead of reacting with anger or resentment, a Stoic approach encourages you to exercise patience and recognize that no one is perfect. By practicing patience, you show that you value the relationship more than the momentary discomfort of a mistake. You allow space for forgiveness, growth, and understanding, which strengthens emotional bonds over time. Additionally, patience can be particularly important in situations where personal growth is involved. In relationships, we often encounter moments when we or our partner need time to change or develop, whether it's overcoming a personal flaw or adapting to new circumstances. Patience is essential for providing the necessary support during these transitions. For instance, if your partner is working on improving their habits or changing an aspect of their personality, patience is key to letting them grow at their own pace. It demonstrates that you love them not for their current state, but for who they are becoming. The power of patience in relationships is not always immediately obvious, but over time, it becomes one of the strongest silent expressions of love. When you exhibit patience, you show that you are committed to the other person's well-being, even in challenging moments. This patient love builds trust and respect, as it signals that you are not just invested in the positive moments, but are also there for the difficult ones. In practice, patience might involve small, everyday actions. It could mean waiting calmly for your partner to express their thoughts without interrupting, or allowing them time to process their feelings before jumping to conclusions. It might be seen in the way you calmly address conflicts, choosing to approach them thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. These acts, though silent, are powerful demonstrations of love, as they communicate that you are willing to put your own immediate desires aside for the sake of emotional connection and understanding. In conclusion, patience is a deeply Stoic virtue that reveals love in its purest form. By practicing patience during difficult times, you demonstrate that your love is not conditional on external circumstances, but is rooted in a deep, enduring commitment to the other person's growth and well-being. In relationships, patience acts as a silent but profound expression of love, reinforcing emotional bonds and creating an environment of trust, understanding, and support. Through patience, love is not rushed, but allowed to grow and flourish at its own pace, strengthening the connection between partners in ways that words often cannot. Stoic message 3: empathy and emotional attunement. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another, is a central virtue in Stoic philosophy. It plays a crucial role in expressing love, especially in relationships. For Stoics, empathy goes beyond mere sympathy. It involves actively tuning into the emotional state of another person, responding with understanding and compassion, even when no words are exchanged. In Stoicism, emotional attunement is seen as a way to cultivate deeper connections with others. Rather than relying solely on verbal communication, a Stoic approach emphasizes the power of observing and sensing another's feelings, responding in a way that shows care and understanding. Love, in this context, is expressed through actions that align with empathy, allowing one to connect on a deeper, more profound level without the need for constant verbal exchange. One powerful way empathy manifests as a sign of love is through the ability to read someone's emotional state. This doesn't require them to articulate their feelings. Rather, it's about noticing subtle cues, such as body language, facial expressions, or tone of voice. For example, if your partner seems distant or withdrawn after a tough day, rather than bombarding them with questions, you might recognize that they need space or quiet comfort. Offering them a calm presence or quietly sitting together can be a profound expression of love, showing you understand their emotional needs without them having to articulate them. Empathy also plays a significant role in offering emotional support, even without words. During times of distress, sometimes a touch, a comforting gesture, or simply sitting with someone in silence can be far more comforting than verbal reassurances. For example, if your partner is going through a tough time at work, instead of trying to fix the problem, you may choose to be there quietly, providing a sense of emotional safety. This form of emotional support, though silent, communicates love by showing that you are present and attuned to their needs without overwhelming them with advice or words. In Stoic philosophy, empathy extends to understanding that emotions are part of the human experience and that it's essential to approach others with kindness and patience. When we empathize with someone, we move beyond our own immediate reactions and focus on the other person's feelings. This emotional attunement deepens the bond of love by ensuring that it is not just about what is said, but about understanding the unspoken. For instance, a Stoic might observe their partner's behavior and intuitively recognize when they need encouragement or when they need solitude. Rather than offering unsolicited advice or asking probing questions, the Stoic partner would allow space for the other person's emotional process, offering their support in the way that's most needed at that moment. This form of emotional attunement shows a depth of love that isn't dependent on words, but on the quiet recognition of the other person's inner world. In conclusion, empathy and emotional attunement are vital Stoic practices that express love without the need for constant verbal affirmation. By understanding and responding to another person's emotional state, we demonstrate a deep and silent form of love that transcends words. Whether through comforting gestures, quiet presence, or subtle understanding, empathy strengthens the emotional bond between partners and allows love to flourish in its purest form. In relationships, the ability to empathize and tune into the emotional needs of others is a silent but powerful sign of love, showing that we care deeply for the other person's well-being and emotional state. Stoic message 4. Quiet respect for boundaries. In Stoicism, respecting personal boundaries is an essential aspect of demonstrating love. While verbal affirmations are often seen as expressions of affection, Stoics emphasize that love is deeply connected to respecting the autonomy and space of others. This quiet respect for boundaries sends a powerful message of love as it demonstrates care without needing to be vocal. Respecting boundaries means acknowledging that each person has their own needs, limits, and personal space. It involves understanding that, at times, love is shown through patience and restraint rather than action. Stoicism teaches that autonomy is a fundamental part of human dignity, and by honoring someone's boundaries, you affirm their worth and individuality. For example, a partner who respects your need for solitude after a stressful day demonstrates understanding and care. Rather than pushing for immediate interaction or trying to fix things, they provide the space needed for you to recharge. This simple, unspoken gesture speaks volumes about their respect for you and your emotional well-being. This respect also strengthens trust in a relationship. When one person consistently respects the boundaries of the other, it fosters an environment where both individuals feel valued and safe. In this space, emotional intimacy can grow as each person feels understood and free to express themselves without fear of overstepping boundaries. Respecting these limits, even in subtle ways, communicates deep love, trust, and respect without the need for words. By embracing the Stoic principle of respecting autonomy, love is shown in its most genuine form, through actions that acknowledge and honor the other person's space and individuality. This simple yet profound practice deepens relationships and fosters mutual respect, trust, and emotional intimacy. Stoic Message 5. Trust through reliability. Trust is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy and is central to expressing love in a meaningful way. Stoics view trust as more than just a belief in someone's word. It is about the consistency of actions that prove reliability and commitment. In relationships, trust is often demonstrated not through grand gestures or constant verbal reassurances, but through the quiet reliability of actions over time. A Stoic partner demonstrates love by being dependable and consistent, whether through fulfilling promises or simply being present when needed. Trust grows in the spaces where words are unnecessary because the person's actions speak louder than any assurances. When someone consistently shows up for you, honors commitments, and supports you during difficult moments, this reliability communicates deep love without needing to say a word. For instance, a partner who always listens attentively when you speak, or who offers help when you're struggling, shows love through reliability. They don't require constant validation or recognition. Their consistent actions demonstrate their care. Over time, this consistency builds a foundation of trust that transcends the need for verbal affirmation. When love is built on the rock of reliability, it becomes unwavering, regardless of external circumstances. Reliability also strengthens emotional security in a relationship. When both partners can trust each other's actions and words, there is a deeper emotional bond. Trust is earned through the small, everyday acts of dependability, showing up when you say you will, supporting your partner without hesitation, and being present even when it's inconvenient. This is the Stoic way of cultivating trust, through the quiet strength of consistency. The Stoic principle of trust teaches that true love is not about being constantly reminded of affection. It's about the quiet confidence that comes from knowing your partner will always act in ways that reinforce the strength of the relationship. Trust, built on a foundation of reliability, allows love to flourish naturally, without the need for constant verbal confirmation or emotional reassurance. In this video, we've explored 5 Stoic messages that reveal how love is communicated through subtle actions rather than words. From selfless acts to patience, empathy, respect for boundaries, and trust, these signs of love highlight how silent behaviors can speak volumes in a relationship. Stoicism teaches us that love is not always loud or dramatic. It is often found in the quiet, everyday moments where we show care through actions, not words. By practicing selflessness, we learn to express love through thoughtful gestures, prioritizing our partner's needs without expecting anything in return. Patience, too, becomes a silent expression of love as we allow space for growth, understanding, and emotional connection. Empathy and emotional attunement help us understand our partner's unspoken feelings, while respecting boundaries allows each person to feel valued and supported in their individuality. Finally, trust, built through reliability and consistency, forms the bedrock of deep, enduring love. These Stoic messages are not just theoretical concepts. They offer practical ways to nurture love in everyday life. By recognizing these subtle signs in our relationships, we can deepen our emotional connections and build stronger, more resilient partnerships. Love, when communicated through these silent actions, becomes more profound, meaningful, and lasting. Thank you for watching and engaging with this video. We've explored 5 powerful Stoic messages that help us recognize love through subtle actions rather than words. From selfless acts to patience, empathy, respect for boundaries, and trust, these Stoic principles guide us in understanding the quiet ways love is expressed in relationships. Take a moment to reflect on your own relationships. How do you recognize these silent expressions of love? Have you noticed any of these Stoic signs in your partner's actions? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more Stoic relationship insights and emotional well-being tips. Thank you for being part of this community, and we look forward to sharing more wisdom with you in the next video.